morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Onyi Marama. Okay, there's something I actually want to share with us this morning. I'm at work. I just got to work. Like I want to do it. I'm going to be doing a live very soon. I'll be creating awareness for cesarean section for us women, not only for women, for our families, for our husbands, for our aged parents that see CS as a taboo. Do you understand? So I want to be talking about it in one of my live videos. So I'll actually pick a date and I'll communicate to us, because cesarean section awareness is what we should create. Is the kind of stories I hear about some mothers, some mother-in-laws, father-in-laws, parents, husbands always downgrading their wives whenever cesarean section is chosen for them. So I'll actually talk about it in a live vlog. Okay, I will use myself as a tool to talk about it, because I am proud to say that I am I gave birth to my kids through cesarean section. I've had two cesarean sections, so I will talk about it in due time. So I will definitely sorry, I was greeting my colleague. I will definitely talk about it. Okay, this morning I want to talk about sugar, excess sugar, for not only for adults, for children. Growing up, my mom is not an advocate of taking a lot of sugar, because you know why? Diabetes runs in my maternal side, so she started on time to cut down those sugar for us when we are little. But now that we are all grown, everybody is making their choice. Okay, growing up, my mom, I don't think we take tea with sugar. We don't. Growing up, what my mom might manage to do for us is to put sugar in our pap, as little as it may be, with enough thin milk. I think from my just one to my SS3, or even I think even to my university, I practically bought glucose for my food. Maybe you want to take cornflakes, cabin flakes. I think my mom usually buys me glucose. Yes, so that's what I was taking till boarding school life and all that. And in my place, we don't drink garri. We didn't grow up drinking garri, but I got to school, and the first I tasted garri with plenty of milk, almost the thing, it enter brain. So that's how I started taking garri, and I started buying sugar behind my mom. I started buying sugar, and I was taking my garri with sugar, because I can't take garri with glucose. Even if you take garri with the tea with glucose, it's something else. It's not really sweet. There's a kind of taste it will give to it. So I think I started drinking garri. But right now that I'm grown, I have limited my intake of sugar, especially sugary, not only sugar, sugary things, because it's not good. As we age, taking sugary things as adults is not something we should be doing. Okay, we are prone to a lot of things that we don't even know. Diabetes. I've watched someone, they cut off the person's leg for diabetes, and the person later died. And was it yesterday? My colleague was saying something of his cousin that just died of diabetes, and the diabetes affected his kidney. And I asked him how. And he takes a lot of sugar. He takes a lot of sugar. Okay, he on his own, he likes sugar. He came to me asking me for sugar. I gave him my container of sugar. He put the first scoop of sugar, put the second scoop of sugar. I was watching him. At the third time, I told him, no, you can't be doing that. This is someone quite older than me. I told him, you can't be doing that. That is a lot. I've watched you for just a small cup of tea you want to take. you want to add like 3 to 4 scoops of sugar. No, 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 I can't watch that. But if you say that's what you want, no problem. He left and said that it won't be enough for him. I don't know whether he went out to go and get from somebody else. But at least I have tried to stop the person. And I also watched him. Okay, when I got to his office again, I saw him drinking tea. This time around, it was with wafers that has sugar. So I actually stopped him. I told him by that time he was already. I told him, this thing you're doing is not good for yourself. So I've seen people, I've watched people, I've even seen a colleague of mine. He was pouring sugar in his cup. I was shouting, see the lot of sugar you're using for your tea. He just texted me. I said, no, 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 that's too much. That's too much. We need to watch our intake of sugary things. My husband is a sweet tooth, and I'm always telling him. But the good thing now he did for himself is to go and buy honey. Which I think is far better. But he's still a sweet tooth. He loves to eat cake. I can come back with cake. I don't like chocolate cake because it's too sugary. Chocolate cakes are too sugary, so I hardly eat them. I barely eat chocolate cakes because they are too sugary. If I have chocolate cake, maybe someone gives me chocolate cake, it can stay in the fridge. I'll just be giving it out to my friends whenever they visit, or a guest whenever they come around. But my husband also can go at night and pick up that cake and be eating at night because he loves, I used to call him that he loves sweet tooth, and I'm always telling him, this is not the right time for you to be taking sugary things as a man that is aging. So we need to get to stop. Please create this awareness. Sugary things needs to stop. If as a worker and you want to take tea, you can use bread, even though they say bread is not too good. Mind is how many slices of bread you take. If you want to use biscuit like carbon, crackers, rich tea, something like that. You should eat sugar in moderate quantity because we already eat starchy food, and starchy food, when it enters the body, it already accumulates and it turns to sugar. So we should limit, because Nigerians, most of the food we eat in Nigeria are mostly starchy food. They are mostly starchy food. Rice, gari, yam, all those things. They are mostly starchy food. And rice, most families eat rice almost more than 7 days a week. They can eat rice 4 times a week, 5 times a week. That rice. And most families eat gari 7 times a week. So why are we going to be taking sugary things? For me, I don't like sugary things, and I've limited my take of sugar. I limited it. So what can we substitute? We can go for sugar. We can go for honey. Like I mentioned earlier, my husband had to go for honey. We can also go for date powder, date syrup. If you don't know, this date is something you can prepare. For those that don't know, date is debino. The Hausas here, they call it debino. Okay. If you don't know what it is, if you can go online, you can prepare these things in your house. You can prepare them in your house. You can go online, Google or YouTube, and you will see the processes of making this date powder. You will see the processes of making this debino syrup. It's easy to make. Yes, it might be the money might be much, but it's better than taking a whole lot of sugar and consuming what we are not sure of into our body. Please, 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 as mothers, as fathers, even our aged parents, please, let's limit our take of sugar, even with our kids. Even with our kids, a lot of sugar isn't good for our kids. A lot of sugar, junk food. Yes, I'm not saying they shouldn't eat biscuits, all those things, but we should limit our intake. There's this especially Coke, this mineral. There's a mineral this thing that went. I think they were boiling it, and as they were boiling it, after boiling for a while, you saw a lot of sugar that was in this mineral. Oh my God! So soda should be limited for our kids. Soda should be limited for our kids. Like in my house now, sometime last year, I think I practically stopped going for soda. I started doing Zobo, natural drinks on my own. Zobo. That's what I usually do on my own. Zobo is one thing I do on my own. I might not do other fruit juice, but zobo is what I started doing in my house. People put sugar in their zobo, but I end up putting, I took dates instead of sugar. So as kids, for our kids, let's try and lead them in the right path. The rate at which you see a child with kidney failure, I guess when I before I lost my child, when I went to the when the hospital was my home, I was always going to the hospital. I was always sleeping in the hospital. I saw a lot of children, kids, coming for dialysis, coming for different things. So we should watch what we give to our kids, because nowadays we don't even know how all this preserved food are being made and preserved. So we should always go for natural food. We should always go for it. For instance, there was a time that my first baby that I lost, there's this mixed food that they sell in the supermarkets. Then I was always giving him the mixed food because I was introduced to it. But at the time when I got online, I saw that these are the food I can prepare by myself in my house. Instead of buying it from the supermarket, then preserving it, they'll tell me consume it. If you open it, consume it that same day. Don't leave it in the fridge for too long. So why, if I can preserve all those food, if I can make those food myself, why won't I make it? I start making them myself, blending my potato, blending my carrot, blending my tomatoes together to give as puree to give my baby. Green pepper, blend them. Even this, you see banana, this you can blend them. Avocado, you can blend them and give to your child instead of buying those packaged ones from the supermarket, because we don't actually know what they put inside it. Let us limit it and know that maybe it's few products that we use. In case, like I tell my friends that I like to watch whenever I give my baby something, so that for a while before I introduce another one, so that if anything is happening, I will know this is where it's coming from. So please, let's reduce the intake of sugar and also help our kids. Let them not be sweet tooth. You can give them whatever they want, but in a different manner, in a different way, so that sugar will not have this intense sugar in their body. Okay, I hope I made sense, and I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I will send out the links to everyone to be able to join me on my live. Good morning, Yusuf. So I'll see you guys later. If you have reached to this extent, please kindly subscribe to my channel, like, comment. I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Bye bye.